jacked.
You do
Thanks,
look
dog.
jacked.
Just worked out.
Oh, don't do that.
Little
Don't
pump.
do that.
Little pre-show pump.
Go.
That's gonna be my first clip.
Some titty bouncing.
What's up, guys? What's up? We're waiting for number 4. We're waiting for Brianna. She got out of work late, but she'll be joining us in a little bit. Ramirez, Slater, dude, we haven't seen you in a hot minute. What's going on?
Slater. Speaking of Jack, homeboy's Jack.
Kenneth, what's going on? Craig, always good to see you. All right, boys. Oh, hey, Claire. What's up? I had a whole plan for this, but we're going to start with something a little different this go around just because our buddy Pat's got to get out of here in a hot minute. Love the hat, bro. Love the hat.
I'm glad you came around, Pat.
I support my president. I want him to succeed.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Which I actually do. I do want him to succeed. But,
well, we're coming out the gate right already. Let's go.
I'm not one of those people that roots against the guy that I didn't vote for. Unfortunately, we have about fucking 50 million of those in this country on both sides.
Okay. Here we go. So this is what we're going to start with the stuff because this is what I wanted like all 4 of you to weigh in on. But Jeremy, is that your son's shirt?
Speaking of which, he just walked by and did this. He likes doing this to me. It's like not the actual middle finger, but the one next to it. He's about to get his
Corey
face busted in.
Corey saw it. I was just explaining this to Pat off air, but thank you for your cervix. Is the funniest shit I've heard in a hot minute. Yeah. No, I'm here for the country. That's what I'm here for. But I wanted to talk about the 80-20 rule, or at least the 80-20 thing that happened right before the election and then a little bit even after the election. Travis, what's up, my guy? Go get your Vindicate, please. Please go get your Vindicate. He's still having good sales over there. Go get your Primal Mobility. Get all flexy and bendy. But the 80-20 rule, right? Like when you were voting, 80% of the stuff mattered to you, and that's what you cared about. And then the 20% everybody said was the shit that you didn't care. Like it was like, not that you didn't care, but it didn't matter to you. That was not really what you were voting based on, was that 20% of whatever. So like if I'm being completely honest with you guys, mine probably would have been when they came out with the 2025 project and all of liberaldom was scared of the 2025 project. I did not care. When they were like, hey, he's going to tariff you to death. Didn't understand what tariffs were. Don't know what they do. So when I voted, I don't care. Like that's not, I have my 80% that I care about. That's what Republicans said, so that's where I went. I'm just curious what your guys' 20% were. Like, what was the 20% of shit that one
First
side?
of all, I can't believe you didn't care about the tariffs.
Oh, you thought that was what I was. I'm out here giving my cervix to the country, and you, I'm like, tariffs is what you think I care.
All right, I'll go first, I guess. I don't care about, and you guys, I mean, I've said this a million times, I'm an independent, so there are things on both sides that I don't give a shit about. Pretty much every social justice point Kamala Harris made, I could not give a fucking one care about. I don't care about climate change. I don't believe in any of that crap that we're going to actually be able to change the way this earth is. And I really... the healthcare stuff, Trump said, I'm going to come out in 2 weeks. I'm going to have my healthcare plan. And Kamala said that we're going to have social healthcare for everybody and everyone's going to be able to have it. We're going to extend the Obamacare subsidies. That shit, I don't care about it either because it never gets solved anyway.
Got right. CrossFat not caring or not understanding. I didn't understand tariffs. I mean,
I don't think a lot of people did.
I looked into it a little bit afterwards. Still probably don't get the complete gist of the shit. I think like good faith conversation, just being completely honest, in my mind, that is economy and how I'm spending my money. And if I'm spending more or less money, or if my budget looks shittier or better, nothing kind of changed for me. So it wasn't something that was like crazy on my mind.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Some people, a lot of people it did change for, but I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
it all depends on what you're doing and how you live your life.
Germ, what's up, dude? Did you have any?
No. Yeah. Good answer, Pat. I like your answer. We're off to a good start. Outside of keeping men out of women's sports, men out of bathrooms,
Another good one.
things
That's
like
good.
that.
Wait, that was your 20 or
No, I
your...
care
No.
about that.
I'm gonna go at a different angle.
Okay.
So that's outside of that. Cleaning up the illegal immigration, not the legal. Obviously, like I don't think we should round up all people that are from other countries and kick them out. The illegal immigration, fixing that, rejuvenating the economy, and probably a couple other things. Outside of that, not that I didn't care, but I either didn't understand fully, so I didn't want to invest too much brain power into that and then get distracted from the other things. So yeah, those were the issues. I was like, those are what I'm focused on. Everything outside of that, and I'll say add to it, getting rid of like the DEI plague that our country has been going through for the last handful of years. Anything outside of that, I was like, it's probably not going to affect most Americans' day-to-day lives. I know the tariffs do, if you're a business owner, things like that. I know that they, you sell and buy goods. Like I know that, but most Americans are like, tariffs, what, and that's understandable. So anything outside of the ones I named, I really didn't pay too much attention to.
And I think that was the thing, right? Nobody knew what anybody else's thing that they didn't care about was. I think it was another one like 2016 where it was like, oh shit, they really care about this. Oh, they care about men and women's bathrooms. Like what? They care about like trans women and women's sports. That's a minute issue. And I think that they didn't see like how big of an issue it actually was and how like women were feeling or how, parents were feeling or whatever. And they got shocked.
Yeah.
And I think they're still shocked that people care about that shit. Like
most Democrats that I know and talk to, and I mean pretty much all of them, I would say 99% of them, with the exception of a few real, as Sevi likes to say, libtards, do not want men playing women's sports. I don't even know how this ever became something that you would fight for. I mean, it makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
I think what happened is, I think there's truth to what you're saying, Pat, that the large majority, but there are certain things in society where it doesn't take a whole lot of it happening before it's already a problem.
Yeah.
So then it's like, all right, and you can kind of see, like if I let my kid continue, right. So I think that's why people care about it so much. Like if I let my kid just eat candy all the time, well, when they're 6, 7 years old, oh my God, I just said 6, 7. Jeez. Sorry, viewers. But when they're that age, it's not the biggest deal right away. But if that behavior continues, it's going to lead to all sorts of things. So if we don't nip that in the butt early on, men and women's sports, all the things. What up, Bree?
Hi, Bree.
Then it's going to be a problem. So there are other problems where maybe we don't have to focus so much energy on. We can just like, okay, we're going to figure that out. But in time. But that was such a. It was just going in that direction where it's like, okay, if we don't do something about this now, it's going to get so big that it's going to be too hard to clean.
Right. I just can't understand why, because like I'm not doing the because I didn't see it, it didn't happen thing. I know you love to bust my balls about that. I really I have a million Democrat friends who have daughters who play sports, and they're all like, I can't fucking believe that they're letting men or boys play women's sports. So it's such a small amount of people that actually think that that's a good idea. I just don't understand how these leaders cowered and agreed to allow it to happen. It makes no sense.
We're kind of just, Brianna, I don't know if you heard any of it in the car.
I heard a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna let you go in a second, but hold on, I don't want to miss this. Original Steve Miller, what's up, bro? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. We are going to find we all basically agree, and the goal that keeps working is to keep us fighting each other, or the goal that they keep, they want us to,
There's a lot of truth to that, Steve, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
CrossFit, I think the importance of those issues may not have been proportionate to day-to-day outcomes for folks. And I'll put this to you guys. Yes, I think that, as much as Jeremy wants to yell at Pat for, hey, it's like, just because it's not in your life or you don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. But I think that's normal for most people, though. Like, my experiences are going to drive how I view politics, how I view the world, how I view like everything. And that's going to drive me to vote that way. Brianna has seen life a different way. Jeremy's seen life a different way. Pat sees life a different way. Like, it's all gonna, push us to be like, hey, this is more important to me because it's my life. Like, this is affecting my life right now. Mm-hmm. And I think that's fair. Is that not fair?
It's very fair. And I want to let Brianna talk, but I just wonder why common sense doesn't seem to have a grip on everybody as a whole, regardless of your political party, with some issues. I understand a lot of issues are not common sense based, they're financial based and things like that. But just something like Jeremy just talked about, the common sense says girls play with girls, boys play with boys. And if a girl's really tough, let her play with the boys. That's fine. But other than that, I mean, come on, what's common sense tell you there? And that's how we should be. That's how we should be led, from governors and presidents and whoever.
If you want to jump in, Brianna, go for it. If not,
I'll just share a story that you guys might think is like kind of shocking. Like, I don't want to go into like too much of like when and where, but like I definitely know I've heard about like teams, like women's college athletics teams where not boys on girls sports particularly yet, besides the ones you've probably already seen in the media, but like, what do you think about girls transitioning to men still on girls teams? Like, I think that that's a more nuanced one, but like, I think a lot of times when we talk about this conversation, it's always like, oh, men wanting to play with girls, but what about girls still playing as their gender, but transitioning into a man? Because I've actually heard more stories about that being in college athletics, actually more than the reverse. And that one's even trickier because technically some of them have gone through surgery, I've seen, and are still in locker rooms and things like that. And that's a more nuanced one because they are a girl. So should they just not play sports at all? Or
like surgery, like bottom surgery?
That or top surgery and then aren't wearing shirts anymore.
So Brianna, don't you think it depends when you transitioned?
Yes, I think that's a huge thing. But I've thought about that like a lot. The stories I've heard, it's during college.
Yeah, so they're already fully developed, basically, bodies at that point.
Yeah.
You're not going to change your body at that point. I mean, you might get a little more testosterone in there, but how much bigger are you going to get? See, my problem is when they're younger, and they can hurt the opposing players.
My thing for that one is if you're going to have women on college teams playing sports and they're on testosterone, that's a performance enhancing drug, and that's not allowed. So,
right, it's not allowed. Right.
I also don't get the motivation. You're a girl, you transition and become a dude, and then you still want to play with the girls. It doesn't make sense. Like,
it's almost like you just want to win.
Well, on the flip side, you guys say that, but then if she were to, we were just having a conversation about the vice versa. Why would you want to play with the other gender? So it's like,
well, if you're a guy and you transition to a girl, the proof that we've seen of why you would do that would be the. I
know. I'm about to explain it in a second. Hold on.
The swimmer that Leah Thomas. Went and won all the thing. You know, the guy swimming with the girls, natural born guy swimming with the girls, goes and wins all the things, right? And then so I get that. But the other way around, like you're a girl, you become a guy and you still want to play with the girls. I guess that would give you an advantage, but I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, and none of it makes. I'm trying to make sense
Look,
of shit I can't make sense.
but I think no one really cares about the fact that if women want to transition to men and play in men's sports, no one cares because as much testosterone as they're going to take, I could take testosterone all day for the next 3 years. If I got in a boxing match with Jeremy or Pat at any age, I'm getting fucked up. So like, I'm not like, no one cares about that. You know what I mean? Right. If you're a woman and you decide you want to go fight men, well, hey, my bad. I've watched Hip Hop Atlanta. They were fighting men all the time. And if one of those dudes turned around and popped one of those women in the faces, I wouldn't have been mad. If you choose to go hit a man in his face and he chooses to turn around and punch you in your face, So like, I
I'm
think
with you
that's
there.
AFO, right?
I think it comes down to fairness, and unfortunately, if you choose to transition, there's probably going to be some things you got to give up. So whatever's fair should be the rule of law here, and that's it.
Yeah, Jeffrey Birchfield. There are no
might not like that, Brianna. That's the way I feel.
Play in men's sports or win. Yeah, right. They're not. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Brianna. Sorry.
Just to go off topic a little bit, my roommate who's gay just texted me and she's like, "Why is the host kind of cute?"
Oh boy.
Who, me?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Is it a dude or a girl?
Yeah, my roommate just texted me that because she's watching right now.
Oh, it's a girl?
It's a girl, yeah.
Oh, she likes Bush? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Colleen's about to jump, bust in the room.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
I love it.
What, Corey? God, you always, I care, G. I don't want to get you fucked up. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Corey.
Yeah. Oh, you care for this? Yeah, I get it. You care for, I get it. But if like, no one's going to be like, oh, this woman's going to take medals away from men in Olympic boxing.
No,
that's
if she could, God fucking bless her.
Yeah, I'd almost want to see it.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
I know we root for it, but that's the problem. Isn't that half the problem? Is that we do root for that? Like we say, like that's half the problem, right?
I don't know.
We are a problem. Like, we're definitely a problem.
I don't know.
Humans are crazy.
I know. All right. So let's get into this other one because I know Pat only has a little bit of time, and I want to. I've seen all three.
Where do you have to go, Pat?
Listen. My boss literally calls me tonight and is like, "Hey, we got a meeting at 6:00. You got to go." I'm like, "Tonight." The one night I'm going on this thing, and then I pushed it to 6:15, so I can go to 6:15.
Corey, having said that, if you buck up like a man to a man, prepare to get man-sized.
Hey, didn't Danielle Brandon say that? She said equal rights, equal fights, or something like that. Oh, I'm not trying to.
Don't get me in trouble on my own podcast, bro. I don't know what she said. I have no idea.
She's gonna DM you.
No, she's gonna DM you.
She already did that.
She is a fucking baby. Oh my god, she
yelled at me before, man, in the DMs. I'm not kidding. And then blocked me.
She can DM me all she wants, but she's a fucking baby. She cries about everything. Anyway, go ahead.
I agree.
Please don't do this to me.
You want a funny story?
I love you, Danielle. You got a great body. You're hot.
This is hey, all right.
He definitely is MAGA. Put your MAGA hat back on, Pat.
No. Here there's out 2 years ago, something like that. 3 years ago. She would go live. She was going live. I got an alert. Danielle Brendan's live, and it was her and her friend. Okay. Right. Her and her friend were trying crumble cookies, and talking about how they taste, whatever. And I said something like from the SNL skit with Will Ferrell: "If the moon was made of Swiss cheese, would you eat it?" You know, he was being Harry Carey, and I said that in the comments. She didn't get it. Her friend got it. So I was like, "Oh, your friend's so much cooler than you." So I said some wisecrack like that. She got mad, and then the live ended, and she was in my DMs like yelling at me about how mean I am, and I'm trying to bring her down. And I'm like, "Is she being serious? Like, what are you talking?" And then she blocked me. I was like, "Okay, whatever."
Man, Jeremy would very much like it.
Yeah, Corey. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just
if DB would slide back into his DMs, even if it was to yell at him.
Corey,
what's up, Sean? How you doing, brother?
Me too well.
Hi, Brianna. Sorry. He was talking. I'm sorry. He was talking to you. Go ahead. Respond. My bad.
Hi, Sean.
The other thing I saw that you guys have gotten into a lot on Sevi's pod, which I'm very, very interested, all three of you guys, it's the thing about how all Muslims are bad, right? Like if they're Muslim, then they follow the Quran and they're just all bad. And if they don't think that Christians should be turned into Muslims or put to death, then they're not Muslims. And for me, I had to wrap my mind around this so many times. So like what he's saying is if you don't follow the Quran to the T, then you're technically not Muslim. And I've always thought of myself as Christian, but I technically don't follow the Bible to the T.
Exactly, Garrett.
So then I don't know. Then, like, am I Christian or do I
Yes,
just
you are Christian. Sevi is completely full of shit on
homie?
this.
Calm down, bro.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I love riled up Pat.
Okay, no, you know what? Go for it.
I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm calm.
I will make my rebuttal after. Fair
Nope.
game. Go ahead. But
Listen, I agree with you, but go ahead.
I was just. Oh, is that me? Holy. I was just gonna say that if it's okay that maybe like I would never say I'm Catholic and Catholic is Christian and I don't follow, like I say I'm Methodist, right? But I don't follow Methodist teaching either to a T. So, but I do believe in God. I do believe in Jesus. I do believe, like, my son wants to go to midnight mass this year. I'm going to take him because he asked me about it and wants to go. So whatever. I'm just so curious if that's right or wrong or what you guys think about that. Like if you're Christian, go ahead. No, go.
I would say that I've actually done a lot of, like, a little bit, I guess I don't want to say a lot, but like of research on this. I would say, like, I don't think that that's true at all about the Islamic faith. If anything, not to accuse them of this, but it's just to compare it to the faith that it's commonly compared to, which is Judaism. There's a lot more of that rhetoric in Judaic texts than there is in the Quran. And a lot of the scriptures they use of the Quran to say that, look at, they're saying to fight Christians and to do all of this, it's referring to a specific period of war that was described in the Quran. And it was not necessarily at Christians, it was at that period of time. And you can pull a lot of quotes from the Bible about fighting certain groups of people. That doesn't necessarily mean it's talking about that in modern text. It's talking about a historic point in time where somebody might have been at war with somebody. And a lot of times faiths are referred to as a group of people, right? If I were to say we're going to war with this group of people, in modern day, that might be a religion, but in the past, it was an actual group of people. So I've seen a lot of those quotes about what it says about the Islamic faith. I'm not like an expert on it. I've never read the Quran myself,
right.
But I think in my experience, I've looked those quotes up and I think a lot of them are taken out of context. The second part to this, I would say philosophically, even if that is all true, maybe to be a good Muslim, you need to hate Christians, you need to hate America, you need to hate all these things. Maybe that is the truth. I don't think so, but hypothetically, let's say it is. That doesn't matter to me. I don't think my philosophy on life means that you have to care about me for me to think your life is worth something. So regardless if that's true, if they want to put me to death, it doesn't mean I want the same for them. It doesn't mean I would want a genocide on any sort of group of people. It doesn't mean I think they're worthy of death, regardless of whether they think I am. So that's just my personal thought.
I would say
we'll let Pat go last.
Fully, yeah, let's get him more riled up. I don't think Savan is even serious when he says that. I think what people have to understand, a lot of Savan's show is bits. Like he says things to get Pat riled up, to get people thinking.
He's good at it.
I know. And I think that he does believe it partially, or like
hey man, don't
you know?
Tell us what you believe. Don't put words in his mouth. Like
I'm about to.
Yeah, don't.
I'm about to say what I believe.
For me, it was a premise that I was like, oh shit, I have to look at this premise because I get what he's saying. I don't follow the Christian, and I've had those conversations with John too.
Yeah.
Like John Young, like I've had those conversations with John Young too, and I get what he's saying too. It's like he believes that you follow the Bible to the letter. That's it. And otherwise, like, I'll pray for you to get into heaven kind of thing.
Yeah. So where I was going is like, I don't fully agree with him. And I've been around Muslims for like when I was deployed, and, you know, we worked with a lot of Iraqi police, locals, I've seen our interpreters, they were Muslim. I've worked with these people, and I know that the ones that we worked with, the good ones, I suppose, they weren't trying to kill me. They weren't trying to kill all Christians. I think the difference, so you take the Islamic faith and you take the fact that that language is in there, and maybe it is context, like Bree was saying, I think there's truth to that, but that language is in there. And they are, if they're following it to the letter, instructed to kill infidels and blah, blah, blah. The difference between that and Christianity, where the Old Testament is full of war and, it does talk about men should not lie with another man, and stoning and all that kind of stuff. I get that. The difference, the huge difference, and this is the one thing I always say to Pat to try to understand is, and I'm not trying to convert you or anybody, but like, there is an Old Testament that is full of man falling short, men falling short, men falling short, men falling. Here's all these chances to reconcile with God, right? And we couldn't do it. And then the New Testament is like, because you couldn't do it, here is the new covenant, and here is the answer to all your prayers, and here is your Savior. Here is the one that saves you from all of the sin and the separation from God. And you don't throw the Old Testament out, but that New Testament, that new covenant is now the way. It covers all of that. You know what I mean? So the Quran and Islamic faith, they don't have that. They just have what we were just talking about. They don't have like a new, hey, you know what? We messed up. Here's the new way to do it. Does that make sense, Pat?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Go ahead.
My question would be, why? Why do they have to change it? Like, if the religion was true,
why do you have to change your diet if it sucks?
No. This is God, man. God is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
God doesn't make mistakes. Did he make a mistake and say, this is a little too fucking brutal? We got to switch it up a little bit. Is that why there's a New Testament? And listen, I'm not trying to argue. My take is, Garrett, if you want to believe 50% of what's in the Bible, and that is what makes you a good person, and that's what makes you think you're going to get to heaven, if there is a God and Jesus, and they are just and they are good, then you will get in, no doubt in my mind. There's no fucking way they're going to say, no, you're not going to get in because you're gay. Because, look, the only gay people I know, and I know a lot of them, all tell me they were born that way. And if God made you, then that part of the Bible is a little bit bullshit. So it's your prerogative to not have to believe in that. And there are a lot of bad Muslims. There's no doubt about it. And a lot of these people are born and they are brainwashed. I mean, the guys that flew planes into the buildings on 9/11, they weren't taught that because they're Muslim. They were taught that by some asshole who brought them up.
I would also say that we have some part to play. I mean, if your whole childhood, Pat, you were being bombed by a plane that has a whatever flag on it.
I get it.
And your dad and your mom died, I'd probably hate that country too.
I get it. I get the hate for the United States. I don't get that. I don't get the get on a plane.
There's some truth there, it's not like we just did
I'm not saying that we did it for no reason,
to.
but I'm saying imagine you're the kid on the other side of it that doesn't understand it.
They don't understand it. And they don't watch the news every night because most of them don't even probably have TVs in Afghanistan and Iraq but a lot of those people are radicalized. But how many are radicalized? What is there? 2 billion Muslims? So Sevi's comment about if you don't believe it fully, you're not a Muslim. I don't agree with that. I think it's stupid because I bet you if you polled the 2 billion Muslims, I bet you 1.8 of them have no interest in killing Jews. That's just my opinion.
Well, that's his point. His point is he's like they're not really Muslim.
No. I and I disagree with that because how come he doesn't say the same shit about Christians? Because of course he's not going to say that because
Christians aren't his fan base to do anything Christian. Like that. Christians aren't really told to do anything like that.
Ruby Ridge or Waco, you can be radicalized Christian. That's
you can be. You absolutely can be, but we're not taught to be.
My question is,
we're not in from our
people are,
holy book, right? But not from our holy book.
Hold on. My question is, hold on. My question is then, if like we have a bunch of different like sections of Christianity, if you will. Like you got Protestant, you got Catholics, you got Methodists, you got Mormons. Is that Christian? Is that considered Christian?
Yes,
Okay,
it is.
Mormons, Christian.
It's
You got
something.
you got all kinds of shit. Does Islam have that, or do Muslims, like, is their religion? Do they have different sections of their religion?
No.
I'm curious as to that because
they have people that practice harder, and people that maybe practice a little bit less, but they don't have all the different. Actually,
They don't, but they're 1,000 years behind us in a lot of those countries. in my
so
opinion.
Candace just said it. They have like Shia and
Shia and
Sunni, but, like,
Sunnis.
Yeah.
it's not necessarily like Catholic, Lutheran, Pentecostal.
Just look at Saudi Arabia.
is there
and
one of
how-
these? Hold on, Kenneth. I'm gonna let you go, Pat. Hey, Kenneth, is there one of these that most Muslim people would want to be? Like,
Sunni.
Sunni's the majority.
Sunni is the majority. Is that the one that's like?
They're like the nicer ones.
Yeah.
Just
Is that what
Shia
that?
is radical.
Okay, all right, okay, cool. I'm just trying to. I'm
show you a
getting
funny
it. Okay,
shit.
go ahead.
I
Pat,
think
sorry.
if you look at like Saudi Arabia and how progressive it is, not with the women, but with the men and the partying, the nightclubs, all the shit that they do, that stuff is not acceptable in the Muslim faith.
Can you read
And
that?
they do it. And I don't think it was like that 30 years ago. What does that say?
He's
It says
Jeremy.
It says in Iraq, that's Iraq. Some days are Sunni, but most are Shia.
Our Shia.
I got
Okay,
that when I was
all
over
right.
there. It's true. Anyways, I'm sorry, Pat. I do
Go ahead.
No, that's I just think that they're way behind us, and in 1,000 years, I bet you will see sects of Muslim like you see in Christianity, where there's like 9 different fucking types of religion.
I think the only way that happens is that if they have a New Testament. They don't have that.
It's possible.
Neither
it's
does
possible. You're
Judaism.
correct.
I
Yeah,
also
Judaism,
think this
that's a
phrase
whole
that
nother
like
topic.
they're not a good Muslim if they don't hate these different things. I mean, not saying that they're not valid. Like this is not any sort of hate. But have you seen those interviews where they go to Israel and they ask them whether they support a complete like the wiping out or whatever term they want to use for Palestine, and all of them say yes? Like, I'm not saying that that's not valid because of the experiences they have. But I'm saying I don't think that says, oh, that's what Judaism is now, that they believe this. I wouldn't mark that as what they believe because of current historical context. I wouldn't
Right.
mark that as part of their religion.
Right. Like Jeremy said, there might be a New Testament right now, but I'm pretty sure that if you want to be considered a Christian, Garrett, I don't think being gay is kosher, right?
Right.
No, not necessarily.
Not at all.
Not
So-
necessarily.
All right, so they might give you the option to convert yourself to straight, and that's what the New Testament offers. It gives you the chance to repent or absolve yourself of your sins, but it's still fucked up and it's wrong in my opinion. And I think, just to answer your question, you're going to heaven because you're a good person, and that's all that matters.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
But the thing is like if someone doesn't want to marry us because it's against the Christian religion and I'm not Christian, if they want to not bake us a cake or not whatever, and they find out that we're gay, like they're not fucking stoning me or throwing me off a roof or
Right.
doing
Right.
any other
Right.
type of shit. Like
Yeah.
you can be
Right.
mad at me and you can write on my
Yep.
my Instagram like you're a hard T word, like fine, go for it, whatever. But like they're nothing physically is going to happen to me.
No, not now. But what about in the 70s when what they did to gay people in the UK? I mean, they injected them to
Okay,
sterilize. them.
I get it. I understand.
And that was just 20 years ago, 30 years, or no, it's 50 now.
Oh, Pat,
Whoa,
you're one of
whoa,
us.
take the mega
I'm
hat
getting
off. You're
old,
getting
man.
less
80s
smart,
was
Pat.
20 years ago.
Holy shit, I'm
80s
fucking
wasn't
old.
20.
Dude, we're old as fuck, dude.
But you're right.
To talk-
You're
They're gonna come
right.
out
They're
here
not
and call you a
stoning you to
boomer.
death. They're not killing you.
To talk about the Christian faith, honestly, and Corey said depends on the brand of Christianity. Like we are called to a simple faith, man. Like, do you believe or do you not? Everything after that is not really up to us.
I just don't agree with that.
It's
Guys, I
Yeah,
gotta go.
it's-
Garrett, thank you. Love you
Dude,
guys.
Bye, Pat.
Love you,
man,
dude.
you're
Good
the
to see
best
you,
one.
Patty.
All right,
All right, buddy.
we'll get you next time, bro.
Yep.
What don't you agree with, Brie?
Yeah, go, Bri.
I don't agree that. Oh,
Oh, how are you out? Oh, sorry. Kick Pat out. What's going on? Sorry, my bad.
Too many women.
Pat out yet? All right, there we go.
There we
Go
go.
for it. Sorry.
I just don't agree that a God that would love us would send us here with the intention to be damned. And there is a lot of people born on earth right now that will never ever hear of Jesus Christ. And I say that with the contingency that I hear oftentimes Christians will say, like, oh, there's going to be an opportunity. I just don't believe that. I genuinely think there are people that will be born and die without ever hearing about who Jesus Christ is. And I think that they have just as much a chance to be saved as I do.
Mhm.
And so that I don't see a God that would send people to earth
To be
immediately damning them to hell. I also don't see a God. I mean, this is how I interpret James, that faith without works is dead. And to me, Garrett, if she accepts Christ as her savior and lives an amazing life, I think that her works in the people she helps and in raising her child is better works than someone who lives a shitty life but is straight and says they accept God. Like, to me, that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I've
Um,
never understood the works thing. I
so
thought that was a thing,
I
but apparently
I truly believe faith without works is dead, and I think that you're only held accountable for what you know. That's a big part of my faith. So I think that, I know there's somebody in the comments that's saying being a good person is not all it takes, but in my opinion, that's the most important thing.
Being
yeah,
a good
kind of
person.
being a good person is not all that matters. I mean, and also I'm not mad at that. Like, that's okay. Also, too, like, hate the sin, love the person.
For now, I
Mhm.
think, again, but then it's like, okay, that's life on earth, because you're saying you're not mad that people don't want you in their religion, but they think you're going to hell. So hypothetically, if you buy into that, you believe that you're damned because
I
you're
don't think
gay.
she's going to hell.
Some
I don't
people
believe.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, but some
but if someone
people,
else
And
you
that's
could
not
say that about
right.
I'm going
anything.
to
Some
There
people
are
hell,
can
some people in the
say
chat that would think that. They just don't want to say it out loud.
if
that's
somebody
just
thinks that I'm going to
that's
hell,
his
that's
life.
fine. I'm okay with
Right.
that. Like, if Kenneth
That's right.
thinks, like, hey, I'm going to pray for you not to go to hell, but if you don't do this X, Y, and Z, you're going to go. Like,
Right.
Okay, like, that's fine. That's your religion. That is like Muslims or whatever. Like, if they are like, you're not Muslim, so you're going to hell or whatever. My thing is like, don't do anything to anybody's person.
Mhm.
You can think I'm whatever all you want, or you can think a Muslim person is whatever they want, or you can think however you want. Just nothing physically should be done to you about it. Like, you can
See,
hold up picket signs all the fuck you want all day. Just don't
mhm.
physically do anything about it.
Yeah. I think one of the hardest things when it comes to religion, this is why, God, how do I say this without sounding
We're going to
like a
hell. It
bad
ain't for the
Christian or
gay
something?
stuff.
It ain't for the gay. I read that across.
Y'all are motherfucking, the way you guys talk in your chat sometimes, y'all are gay as shit too. Like, just come join me. It's all good.
Absolutely. There's definitely a portion of me that
Bro.
could
You're
go
at
as
least
gay,
gay
especially when I was in
adjacent.
the military.
Like,
Yeah, for sure. 100%. But I was going to say one of the hardest things is I don't like always like lead with my faith, because I think it's just like I compare it to CrossFit a lot. If I just walk up to somebody and I'm like, "Have you heard of CrossFit? You want to come do thrusters, burpees real fast with me? You want to eat all this whole food and stuff?" And they're like, their diet consists of fast food and they don't really work out. They're probably going to be like, "Whoa, dude." Like back up. So when it comes to like faith, it's the same thing. I'm not like, "Hey, have you repented today? Have you prayed today?" Like, no, dude, no. I believe it's like a lifestyle. I live it, people see it, and then hopefully I don't do anything to change somebody. That's God, Holy Spirit, whatever you believe, does their thing. But I believe in all of like religion and things like that. What is it? This is as straight as Jeremy has ever. Oh, Colleen, I love you.
Okay.
I look gay all the time. I think that we have to be open, Bree, to the fact that we don't understand everything as much as we want to understand. And believe me, I've broken my brain at times trying to understand more about spirituality, religion, all of the things. Like there's just a limit that we can even understand. I just think it's way more simple than we make it, than the American church makes it. It's way more simple. It's just it's a thing that's lived out. It's not going to be totally understood. You can poke holes in it. That's fine. We can debate it. We can discuss it. But we don't need to push it on anybody. And I don't need to push it on anybody. And hell, half the time, I don't even want to be classified or lumped up with a lot of the Christians that I find myself around. They're hard people to be around. They're some of the nastiest people I've ever met. I'm like, ooh, no.
See,
don't,
that
you go
exact
away,
reasoning
man.
is why I became Mormon. When I was trying
Sure.
to find religion,
That's fair, Hiller.
I went to a lot of churches,
Hiller,
and
literally making up rules is why religion is
No, it
insane.
is.
I understand that.
There's
Yeah,
a
I
lot
get
of
it.
truth. And that's what we do. We
I
just
went to a lot
complicate
of
it. Go ahead.
churches, and I think the biggest thing for me was I was like, despite maybe all of this sounds really good, I was like, I had a question of, do I want to be like the people I'm in a room with? And a lot of times my answer was no. And I think a lot of people would say, well, that doesn't matter. It's about you and your relationship with God. And I think that's a valid point. But I remember when I went to an LDS church for the first time, I remember seeing all those kids that were just at my school in middle school. And I'm like, oh my gosh, all of these kids are the best kids at school. And all of these adults are like the best people in my community, right? They're doctors and lawyers and all these different things. And I was like, I do want to be like every person in this room. And so I think that a lot of people don't want to look at the fruits of your labor as an example of how good your faith is, but I think it's a pretty good one if you look at the Mormon church. But
and again, think of CrossFit. If you are doing it and you're going to be able to display your fitness, whether it be the open, a local competition, you're a games athlete. Like if you say I'm a CrossFitter, but your Fran time is still 25 minutes, and then after you work out, you're headed over to Arby's. It's like, are you? You know what I mean? Like just because you say it doesn't mean you are. It's more about living it out. And I do agree, being around fellow believers that are like actually good people, good citizens. I think that is a big deal. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's switch gears. I don't know if you guys saw this. Candace Owens met with Erica Kirk.
Oh God.
no,
Oh no.
And she's she survived it. She's still alive.
I don't think she
4.5 hours or something like that.
Yeah, 4.5 hours. She's still alive. She made it. I don't know if she put up she was supposed to do a podcast talking about the whole entire thing. Big shocker. But she hasn't yet done that. And this is why.
4.5 hours later, I'm alive. I'm totally fine. And I'm sorry I didn't do it for you guys this evening, but I am truly exhausted. Very productive conversation. I asked every single question. I mean, from Egyptian planes to Turning Point USA Faith. And I was very surprised by some of the answers that I got. And I think they were also very surprised when I shared certain intel. This probably should have happened a very long time ago, but I wanted to let you guys know that I am alive, and I will have the full rundown for you guys tomorrow of what transpired. And yeah, I think it was definitely a very big step in the right direction. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. 4.5.
Okay. So she met with
I like reading people's comments.
She met with Erica Kirk for 4.5 hours after bashing her for 2 months, a month and a half, some shit like that. And now everything is copacetic. So you guys buy it or no?
I think Candace has been tampered.
Let's put it lightly.
I'm Team Candace. I'm very much Team Candace. I've been weirded out by a lot of the stuff coming out of Turning Point as of lately. And so I've been Team Candace. I've been watching a lot of her videos, and I think that, I don't know if you guys noticed, but she kept saying they. And supposedly this was just a meeting with Erica Kirk, but she said they several times. So I'm wondering who else was there.
Wait, hold on. Before you go, Jeremy, what is troubling you coming out from Turning Point USA? Like, what were some of the things that they were coming out
I'm
with?
not sure if you saw the tax audit situation that they had sent millions of dollars of just money that they can't source to where it went to. And apparently, yeah, you can look this up. This is something that Candace has talked about on her show lots of times. And he was trying to do an audit and he was trying to set up his own Doge department because a lot of the staff members just kept saying, I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went. And when very quickly after he started to set up this, he died. So it never was done. But that was a big thing, how much money was missing. And it was millions of dollars. On top of that, there was a lot of employees that came out and said that there were these group texts that she revealed texts from, some that she was in, some that employees have leaked, group texts that talked about him losing certain types of donors and saying that it's leading him to needing to leave that cause. And also, one of the things he mentioned was some of the donors left, not just because of his stance on different things that were changing, but because he wanted to invite Tucker and Candace to one of his events. And many of his donors said that they would back out if he did. And these are all texts.
I did hear that, yeah.
I also think the backing up from his show. So Candace has said several things about his religion, about how he was thinking about converting to Catholicism, about the money, about different stances. And a lot of times before she had evidence, when she was just hearing things word of mouth, on the Charlie Kirk show that's still going on, many of his employees were saying, that's a lie, that's a lie. And several times when she comes back with receipts, they go, oh, wait, that was true, but this. And so it's very weird.
So what do you?
Yeah,
what
Jewish
do you,
donors. She's talking about Jewish donors. Yes, that is.
What do you think
AIPAC,
happened, Bree?
Yeah,
I don't know what happened. So this is a big question I get when I say I kind of believe some of her stuff about how there's more to the shooting than we know about. A lot of people are like
that I
what
agree with
happened?
100%.
That's
man,
where
see,
I
I
don't know
don't.
what happened. I'm not the FBI.
You don't?
I don't have all the information. I don't know. But what I do know,
like, I don't think it was like an
more than what's
inside
being
job.
said.
Yeah. I don't think it was like an inside. I don't think like Turning Point. I mean, God bless. I hope not. But like, it just. Garrett, I want to believe that it was just homeboy up on the roof, you know, a crazed radical kind. But I don't know, man. It just.
she did too much for me. Candace did too much. I'm one for like, hey, let me look at this from however many different angles to see. Like,
I agree with that too, by the way.
I've made
Candace
mistakes,
is,
right? Like I've watched just little ass clips and been like, yeah, I believe that little ass clip, and I didn't watch a million other things. I've watched Candace a bunch of times. I get it. I watched that whole podcast where she explained Egyptian planes in Minnesota or some shit or whatever. I didn't understand half of it, but it sounded really cool. But for me, sometimes like the things that are the simplest are actually the explanation. Like how crazy is it that some kid that no.
I don't think it's simple. I don't think it's simple that he got rid of that gun, but so he's not running on the roof with it, but then he also lays it off. I don't think it's simple that he changed outfits so many times. I don't think the texts are simple. If all of those things added up, I would agree with you. It's the simple answer.
Man,
kind of similar to Trump's shooter.
You're telling me those texts were AI texts? I don't know if you haven't. Are you in have you been in the lesbian and LGBTQ whatever community for a long ass time? Because there's a lot of,
let me tell you,
drama dorks that's how they sound when they type to each other. They sound like Romeo and fucking Juliet every time.
Garrett has a point. Like usually
listen,
it is the simplest thing, but like I don't know, man. Like Bree just said it, like the whole gun thing.
Are on Broadway, and look at how they text to each other. You're telling me like they don't text to each other, "My love, I've missed you. I'm still sitting here by the side."
Love. It's the calling things the police vehicle and laying out all of his plans in a single text string of like, imagine if I had committed this crime and my first text is to Jeremy saying, hey, remember when I told you I was going to do this crime? Let me lay out exactly how I did it. I think even if I were to, also my roommate just texted me. She's like, lesbians do sound like that for real.
Thank you. Let's go.
Get your friend in the chat. I want your
listen.
Get in here, viewer.
But I do think that like there's more than just like they're going back and forth and how weird it is. I think it was more him just like deciding to list out the entire crime in text in one whole go.
I mean, people have been dumber.
Yeah, no, and I definitely think that some of the weird stuff probably.
And he's 21 and a furry. How smart do you think he is?
That I'm like, all of these happened, all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, if you think about some of the dumbass shit you did, or maybe you didn't because you were like straight and narrow and whatever. I'm lucky I
Yeah, Brianna was
survived.
perfect. Yeah.
I'm lucky I survived a vacation to Jamaica one year because I was just jumping on the back of trucks and just going to any club I could get to. So like we do dumbass shit and like you don't think about the repercussions of what you're doing. I don't know. I mean, maybe it was Egyptian planes but I mean, she's accusing legitimately everybody.
I do think that she's moving the way I would expect Erica to move, but unfortunately it's her friend, Candace, and not her. I don't think, and I'm not to judge like a widow, but I don't know if my husband was murdered if I'd be on tour. Like I just don't know if I'd be doing that. And so I think that
Brianna, are
she's-
you judging her grieving?
I think I
Are
am.
you
I think I
judging
am.
the way that she?
I-
Oh, that is not a good liberal of you.
I know. And I just think that Candace is moving the way a crazy wife would move. And unfortunately, but she's not his wife. And so that's why I think the weirdness is kind of coming in. But I think the trying to pick at straws of how is he dead, what's happened. I'm not even saying
Go in
that. I
timeout,
just think
Joseph.
that it's a little interesting.
It all is very fascinating and very interesting. I think people grieve a lot differently. There have been many interviews or moments in interviews where I see Erica and I'm like, how are you doing this? You know, like, shouldn't you be at home? Like, because that's my own thoughts. That's my own things that I'm telling myself. Shouldn't you be at home grieving? Shouldn't you not be in the public eye? But hey, you know, like that. This is how she's processing this
listen, bro,
grief. You know what I'm saying? Like, this
like
is how she's doing it.
When women, everybody wants to talk about how every woman should act after they come out about being SA'd, or how they come out like listen, if we can't respond to how someone reacted about like having a trauma, then you can't respond to this one. She's just reacting the way she would react.
I do think some of her past is a little bit interesting. I think maybe if it was just that, I don't know. I think her past is a little interesting. I don't know if you've looked into that at all. That's something.
Yeah,
some
she's
people have
6
brought
years
up.
older. Trump brought her in. Is she like
The
do you think
Romanian Angels, if you want to look that up, it's really interesting.
Lord have mercy. Was she
Oh,
a
we're
plant? Do
going
you
down
think
that
she was a
rabbit hole.
plant?
You know what I like? I like that
don't know.
your title is Sydney Sweeney's Jeans, Candace is Alive, Jingle Bells. And we've talked about, so far we've talked about Candace.
That's not true. We've talked about religion. We've talked about whatever. But Pat,
no, I'm saying of those
Pat
topics
fucked it
in
up
your-
because Pat had to leave early, and that was the one thing I wanted to talk about with Pat.
always
so.
fucks it up, man.
So
I mean,
Pat fucked it up.
I just think that she has a very interesting past. I also think her tour thing, and I think a lot of people, some were commenting about she has to take over the company. I think that it's just a little weird considering the rhetoric she's pushed. Yes, this.
Please let her privately
Yeah.
grieve on her world tour.
Yeah.
Fair.
I
That's
think
fair.
when you open yourself up to going on all these shows, you are opening yourself up to criticism.
Yeah. Just
I
like posting
also
on the
think-
internet. Yep.
Kind of what like a lot of people are comparing her to, like, well, Jackie Kennedy didn't react this way. Another person who had somebody publicly die, like Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa, she didn't react this way when her husband died. Like different things like that. But I think more importantly, the rhetoric Erica has pushed before his death was that women should be at home. I love being a homemaker. I love all these things. Had she not been pushing that rhetoric and had been Boss Babe CEO from day one,
Oh, you would have
maybe
been
I'd be
cool.
buying it. But I think she's pushing this, I love to be a homemaker, and you're not at home. And so like I think that there is a little bit of thing there that I think that's adding to why I'm not buying it a little bit.
Okay.
But there also could be she's finishing her dead husband's tour, right?
Not some of this stuff is not part of his tour. I think she was
It's
with
not?
some of the
Okay,
campus
I thought
stuff. But her
I thought
news
she was
shows,
finishing that up.
her CBS shows, her all these different things, that has nothing to do with his campus tour. The campus tour, yes, she is doing, and I think that's part of it, but I'm not really critiquing that as I am, her other appearances on podcasts and things like that.
Well, I want to know what this conversation with. I want to know why Candace had a 4.5 hour conversation. Now she's cool. Like she's good. I got it. We worked a lot of shit out. We're good now.
I don't. You think so? I mean, that's what she
No,
said.
because she's
That's what she
mad.
said.
She thinks it's the
She's
Israelis.
not done. She's not.
She thinks
done.
it's the Israelis. She's pissed at Israel right now. She thinks it's the so unless Erica was like, "Yo, Israeli got him," like she's not gonna be happy with that shit.
Yeah, she's not done. Candace isn't done.
She's still not. She's still doubling down on Macron.
Yeah.
Like, and that's stupid. So
Man,
whatever.
there's digging for answers, and that's and then there's what Candace is doing. That's where I love Candace. I was a fan. She was gonna be my wife someday, but she just like there's a digging for answers, and then there's just like creating a whole bunch of shit, and I think she's just.
I think it's
too far down the road.
I will say I think it's okay to think Candace is crazy. I even think that at some point, but I do want to. There's a lot of people like she's doing it for the money, and I don't think she needs the money. Like her husband's like the richest man in England besides the royal family. Like, so I will say I don't think it has anything to do with that. And that sometimes when people are so rich that they don't need the money,
she's
it
on
almost
right
makes you
now.
Trust them more.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
to her, I'll say this in her defense. If you want to move on, we can move on. But when
Kenneth
a detective
doesn't run the show. I know Kenneth likes to run the show, but
when a detective is investigating a murder, let's say a homicide, they will turn over every possible. Most of the time, they'll turn over every possible stone. Even like why would you question this person? Why would you go there? So, like, yeah, they'll turn over every stone, but I mean, Candace is turning over stones that just don't seem to need to be turned over. You know, like, I don't know. It just all seems weird.
I think.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go.
No, we're moving on.
And then I'll move on, but go ahead, finish. What's your last?
I would just say I'm interested to see what she says about the meeting. I think another layer of this is I don't really trust Kash Patel. I think some of the stuff I don't know if you just saw with like the Brown shooting, how he's very similar to the Utah where he brings in 4 people and then it was like, we don't know who it is. I don't think he's been very efficient. I think on top of that,
that guy's still out there, right? The Brown shooter's still out there. Yeah.
And then what he's done with funds, as far as using the funds to pick up his girlfriend or asking for vests because it seems like he has a bit of an ego problem. He's been caught lying under oath saying he doesn't know who certain people are. And then people have found pictures of him with that person. He's not someone I really trust. And I think that doubles down on with some of the stuff I don't trust about this case in particular.
I don't trust 99% of the government, so we're in agreement there.
You want it real quick before we get to like ice or something, which I also didn't put in the freaking thing.
Vanilla ice?
Yeah, vanilla. Sydney Sweeney's jeans, you guys saw that? And it's still a thing. Like it's still a fucking thing. Was that offensive? Was that really offensive?
I think that people aren't talking about why I actually was grossed out by it. It's
okay,
not
let's go.
Gene and the race play. It's that to me, it signaled the gosh, what's her name? They're very famous actress who did the very original She Has Good Genes, Brooke Shields. And she did it when she was 16, and it was. To me, it wasn't about, she has good genes as in she's white or she's attractive. To me, it was gross because of how young she was doing this thing where she's putting on her jeans. And so to me, the only reason I didn't like the ad, and I don't think it matters to me whether I like the ad or not, was I felt like it was a signaling to how gross that original ad was, to put a child doing into that. And that was the original ad. The original She Has Good Genes was a Brooke Shields ad when she was underage. That's the only reason I didn't like it, because I felt like it brought back such a gross thing. But I never really cared about the race play. I think it's just saying good genes, you're attractive. They could have done any race.
What's up? Hold on.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, but you have to wait a second if you want.
Is that an AI bot?
No. It's all right. I gotta set it. I forgot to put the Bluetooth on. Hold on, bro. Oh, no.
Someone calling in to ask Bree out? Is that what you said?
I mean something. Hold on. All right, my guy. Go ahead. Give it a shot. What joke you got for me tonight?
All right, I'm on. All right. I just want to say, fuck you, you ignorant racist cracker. You're a racist.
This guy calls every single one and does some shit every time,
That's
Good for
crazy.
that
but
guy.
never actually
That was-
wants to talk. Like,
Who do you
never
think that
wants.
is?
I have no
Do you
idea.
think
It's
they've
so
ever
weird.
commented in any chat? Not even here, just like here or Savan or anywhere. You think something that's like
It's
is
an
that you know who that is? That's that dude from. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. He doesn't have the English accent. I was gonna say that was who we thought Pat was for a minute.
It's
What was like his name?
Thomas guy.
Thomas. Yeah.
No, it's an unknown number, and they call every show now, and it's either a gay joke or now I'm a cracker, which I find hilarious. But
He was
or a
calling me
boomer.
a cracker, I think.
But oh yeah, probably.
That was weird.
All right, go ahead. Where were we at?
No, Bree was talking about the Brooke Shields thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Did y'all see the Jason Hopper ad? I think Hiller did it with the jeans.
Yeah, that
on.
was good.
Oh no, bro. You want to go? Okay, if you're gonna talk,
Dang
dude,
again. Oh, God.
I will allow it. He wasn't
I
on.
think we just blocked that number, you know.
No, he wasn't even on. I didn't even let him. I was gonna talk to him first before I let him on, and then he just said some shit and then hung up. So I have no idea. But I get the Brooke Shields thing. I get that. I can see that. She was definitely like, her shit was. That wasn't right. Like, I get why Brooke Shields.
I've never even seen that. At least
I didn't
not that I
either.
can,
So
like,
that's a good
recollect.
point.
But yeah, that is messed up if that's real.
But if it's not a callback
who's-
to that, she's not 16. That's my only
No.
thing. And
Yeah.
it's not, and it's spelled jeans. It's not spelled Genes. It's jeans. And I don't know. For me, it was like you went right to racism. Like,
CrossFat said it. It's offensive if a few comments back. It's offensive if you choose to be offended, and then so that's true, right? You know, like, but the second part, it's a little bit above that. It's a couple of comments above that. Women hate a hot chick. Not all women, so not some sweeping generality, but like women hate on women hard, and I think most of the
That's
hate
fair.
that we're seeing is from women. Women are hating the fact that she's hotter than they are, or maybe they're equally as hot, but she's the one getting the attention, and I'm not getting the attention. So I'm going to hate, and I'm going to get on board with this, that it's quote unquote racist or whatever. I don't know. That's my take.
I don't know. I was just hoping that they wouldn't go straight to racism, but of course they did. And it's like, and I like that she's standing up for herself, though. I don't know how you feel about that, but she's standing up for herself. And it's like, it was just an ad, dude. Like, that's not how I feel. If you've ever seen anything that I did, I'm not a racist. So I don't know. That was just my take on that. Do you want to do Jingle Bells being racist now? Did you see that?
I have not.
I heard somebody talk about it, but I haven't.
Oh, this is fun. Y'all can react to this real quick. Yeah, this caught me, and I was like, oh, is this satire? And then I was like, oh, this is not satire, but the guy that reacts to it is satire, so that's fun.
So when I saw that the Jingle Bells song is rooted in racism.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't play the whole song. The whole song gets kind of rowdy. He does the satire, and the satire is kind of out there, but what he's saying is like, dude, you can't take Jingle Bells. Like, Jingle Bells is not, you know what I mean? Like,
Garrett, they already did this. Did I send you that one? I'm sure you've seen it. Everyone's probably seen it.
no, they
where
took Let It Snow, but they never took Jingle Bells.
No, not even that one. Was it Let It? No, Baby It's Cold Outside.
It is cold outside.
You
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that? They tried to take Baby It's Cold
Uh-oh.
Outside. Did you
Yeah,
see that
look at me on
It
comedian?
is kind of weird. I don't know if you looked at the lyrics. Like, I'm not saying to not sing it anymore.
Of what,
but I
Jingle
remember when
Bell?
That was no, the Baby. It's
Oh,
Cold
the Baby
Outside.
It's Cold.
It is kind of
But
weird.
here, this
Not
is
to
what's
say we need to
crazy, Brie.
cancel it, but it is kind of weird when you relook at
I
the
get it.
lyrics.
There are maybe what they say male epitones of male toxic masculinity. Like okay, like maybe, but this comedian broke it down so well. He was probably 2-3 years old, and whenever it started, he read on stage the lyrics of that song, and then the lyrics of like the #1 song in rap music that like won all these awards. You know what that song was? Wet ass pussy.
Oh, wow.
And this comedian read the lyrics
Yeah.
of what's supposed to be canceled and offensive
I
and
mean,
terrible.
I think
and then
that's a
he
big
read
difference.
those lyrics.
I think okay, I'm gonna be the woke person here. I think the difference between WAP is it's consensual, and the lyrics, the reason people don't like Baby It's Cold Outside, nothing to do with toxic masculinity. It had to do with he's pressuring her to stay to have sex with him because it's cold outside. So I don't think WAP mentions anything to do with assault or rape, which you're not saying Baby It's Cold Outside mentions, but that's what
It's
people
pretty
are saying
close
it
to
alludes to. That's what people are saying it alludes to.
How do we know that it's cold outside that he wanted to have sex? Maybe he just wanted to hang out a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe
I
it
think
was just
the
like
reason people didn't like it
This
because
is
it
some
was
Minority
alluding to,
Report shit.
please stay because don't go, all these different things. And like, yeah, you can say WAP's inappropriate. Yeah, it definitely is. But I don't think people were calling Baby. It's like comparing apples to oranges. Like, to me, that has nothing to
Is
do with
it?
one or the other. One talking about explicit sexuality and one talking about potentially alluding to trying to get a girl to do something she doesn't want to do are two different things, in my opinion. I don't think an inappropriate
Maybe.
song has.
Maybe. I think there's some validity, maybe some truth there, but like we don't know if he was trying to
I'm
have
not saying
sex
it
with her.
does, but I just don't think it's
And
a fair argument.
David, like all these topics were created by a dude in a closet at the CIA to keep us all raging. Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, it's working pretty well, isn't it, Gabe?
I mean, it does. It keeps the internet buzzing, and if you fall into the wrong algorithm, like oh man,
It's scary to see how many people out there are kind of lost in that distraction where they can't stay focused for more than a minute on like a real topic, but they got no problem, going down the rabbit hole of whatever nonsense they're being distracted with. It's like, yo, dude, like there's some real shit going on,
And that's the thing too. And like these kids are falling for it, and they're like, "Did you see there was an article in the Post the other day about all these kids like offing themselves because of it, because of falling into like AI and thinking
the
AI is a
AI
person
stuff
and,
is
like
yeah,
whatever.
that's
It was like,
crazy, man.
and I'm like, and kids were doing that even just with like falling in the rabbit hole of only looking at one side of something and thinking that the whole world is nuts. Like if you just scroll through Instagram, you think every black person hates every white person and every white person hates every black person.
Yeah.
Like if you scroll enough, you'll find that shit, and that's all it looks like. I don't know what Twitter looks like. I'm not on Twitter, so I have no idea. But I heard that's crazy. Twitter's crazy. Brianna, Twitter crazy?
Twitter is wild.
I like Twitter.
Yeah, Bree is wild. There you go. You're both wild. No, yeah, it's scary that like what was that movie iRobot with Will Smith? Wasn't that kind of like a warning that if we get too carried away with AI stuff, that it can have some horrible effects on society? And I mean, just what you said right there about kids, offing themselves because of AI.
It's crazy.
I say kids would off themselves in those situations, most situations, because of poor parenting. But like,
I won't give my kid's not getting a phone. He can look up all the football that he wants. He can look up all the college football he wants. He can talk to Megan and Joseph about whoever's winning the Fiesta Bowl all he wants, but that's not, like that's all you're getting.
A kid has everything they need outside of a cell phone. We had everything we needed outside of a cell phone. Our kids have everything they need outside. I can talk for hours about the downfall of the downfall. I don't want to get too extreme, but like the change in like my oldest, her behavior from getting a cell phone over the last 2 years, it's been so crazy and hard to deal with.
Don't do it.
It's just not worth it. It ain't worth it. What does she gain? Like full access to scrolling? Like, is it worth it to potentially mess their brains up? No, it's not.
Before we get out of here, let's give Oprah Winfrey her shine and try to see if
Do we have to?
We can see if we can help her out a little bit. She needs help picking friends. So do you think if we think Candace has been compromised, was Oprah compromised? She's the original. She's the OG Candace. So
God,
she was Candace before the internet, baby.
That's crazy.
They even threw Russell Simmons in this bitch.
They were fine with they just the first one of P. Diddy was enough. Then you had Harvey to it. Then you had Bill. Oh my God.
How do you rank these? I don't put Diddy first though. I would say I go Cosby, Weinstein. They can share.
I would put
spot.
Cosby first.
Then Russell, then Diddy.
I think that's fair. I think you put Cosby first because homeboy paraded on. I don't know if you watched him when you were a kid, Garrett, but like my dad we would sit down on Friday, Saturday night and put on Bill Cosby himself, like that stand-up routine he did back in the 80s or whatever.
Oh,
he was innocent.
With the hot take, Oprah created them. Bro, if that's true, I'm so sad because I watched her fucking show.
Imagine?
And I read her fucking books. Those were I would go get those books they were like Oprah rated, and I would go get them. Read them too.
Everybody loved Oprah.
Damn, that's sad.
But you put Bill first because he paraded as Mr. Innocent, Mr. Good Dude, Mr. Family Guy,
I know.
The Cosby Show, good dad. Meanwhile, Harvey is just, he's in the. I can see, P. Diddy, same thing.
Maybe I put Cosby up top just for the Jello pudding pops situation. Sorry, Brown. I'm sorry. Who's on the bottom left? That's Russell Simmons.
Yup.
Hiding in Dubai somewhere. Forever. Aw.
We're all friends here, Gabe. We're all friends.
There was one more I really wanted to get to, but I think I'll wait till all four of us are back on the show again together.
Can I guess what it is? Because there was something I wanted to get Pat. I wanted to give Pat peace of mind.
Brianna's gonna like this one too, but
I'm scared.
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you what it is.
Does it have to do with Trump?
No.
Okay, because there was a topic I was going to bring up, and it would have given.
I'm trying not to do rage bait.
Yeah, it would have given them peace of mind that people that voted for Trump don't 100% stand by everything he does and says. And I'll tell you what, that most recent thing with home. Oh, they're still calling.
You want to do one more time?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's up, bro? Do you want to chat or no? What's up?
Yeah. Ultra, So, I was just wondering, what's, how's the podcast been?
How's the podcast been?
Yeah.
We're just hanging out, having a good time, talking to friends.
Do you like the band Imagine Dragons? Imagine dragging these nuts in your mouth.
That was actually a good one,
dude.
That was
good. I like that one.
That was a good one.
Man, that was good, dude.
And I actually do like Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, they're dope, dude.
That was a good one.
Is he better than what's the dude's name that calls into Savant?
I don't remember his name, but I love that guy that calls into Savant.
You like that guy?
I love
He's
that guy.
Crazy.
He had a good joke the other day with eating out too. He had a lesbian joke about eating out.
Oh.
That one was good. I enjoyed that. That was fun. I was like, yeah, fuck, we do. Yes, we do.
I want to know who that is, like badly. Like, who is that, dude? Come on.
Someone call Rambler's girlfriend. He's drinking again.
Oh my god!
Pedro
He does. Pedro, that's his name. Pedro Mas. Wow,
that's awesome. No, bro,
I think he's crying for help. Homeboy's crying for help. Pedro
He's
Mas.
calling again. You can try again another day, dude. We're good. We're
I
about
will
to get out
say,
of here.
Garrett, before we get off, just because this is the first time my roommate's listening to your show, you got to give her give me a line of dating advice because it's bad. Like all of the dates she's been on, they're crazy.
Is she on apps?
I
That's
think
what I was
she's on
gonna
she's on a
ask.
few apps, and then she goes out to like different like gay bars with like her friends.
Yeah, get
Um,
off the apps, get outside, go to the gay bars. Are you guys in like what state are you guys in now?
Or DC.
Girl, go to some freaking like softball games, like some like slow pitch softball fucking games or some. How old are y'all? Like go like
24.
yeah,
We're
you
both
got
Go hang out with Joseph
Yeah.
Ramirez. He'll help you
You
out.
gotta get to you gotta go find real lesbians. Stop finding like the girls that are pissed at their boyfriends, so they're on like a lesbian dating app, and then
Ooh.
you.
Well, she's really
Yeah.
looking. She's really looking for a stud. Like that's what she wants, really bad. But they're rare, and she's tall.
A
She's
what?
like 5'10". So the problem with studs is that they're like 5'8", and they want someone like shorter than them.
That is the
And
problem.
so that's
She's
what
looking
she
for a
wants.
stud.
Yes, that's what she
But
wants.
so,
that
so
they're-
like a black girl, like a black butch girl,
no,
or
just like a very like masculine, almost
okay, so
male
just
presenting.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
lesbian.
yeah, gotcha. Okay,
So is she like?
Yeah,
so
you gotta
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
ask.
She just said there was the one she was recently texting and talking to. She finally found like a stud that she really liked. And then she found her social media, and she had a girlfriend. My roommate's name is Alyssa, who also was named Alyssa, was the same like race, like they're both Caribbean, and looked like exactly like my roommate. And she texted the girlfriend. Apparently, this is like her thing. She finds like doppelgangers of her girlfriend and like goes after them. But that's the kind of stuff my roommate tells me about. She'll finally like a girl, and it's messed up every single time.
man, you gotta go find the ones that play sports outside. Like you
My
gotta go
roommate's a good
find.
athlete. She was a rower in college.
Yeah,
like me.
you gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go to that. Go to CrossFit. There's some like
I know there's some good ones at the CrossFit gym, but she hasn't gone with me.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
Does she
you
need
gotta,
rowing advice, Bri?
or you
I
gotta. You
could help her
can't go
with
to
that.
like you can't go to like the young bars or whatever. Like you have to go to like lesbian sports bars. Like we have them in New York. I don't know if you are them out there, but you gotta go if you want a
Oh,
bush
they're everywhere.
lesbian. You gotta go to a lesbian sports bar. Like
She's going to New York for New Year's.
lesbian sports bars everywhere. Just look the shit up. It's like
Take her out, Garrett.
no, I'm way
You
past-
and Colleen take her out for New
No,
Year's.
I know
That'd
what
be like
you're
her wing.
saying. I'm not assuming
up.
shit. But what I'm saying is I haven't seen midnight on New Year's since like 1999.
You're
Like
old as fuck.
yes, I am. So like but yeah, look up yeah. If you're gonna be in New York City and you're go look up some of the lesbian sports bars that are out there, like you'll have a good time. That's where all the butches are. That's where we're at. We're hanging out. So I can't help with the height situation, but just the personality situation. You got to get outside. Got to get off the maps. Party like it's
Apps,
1999. Fuck yeah.
apps.
Garrett is a grown.
You're
ass
not on the
woman.
apps,
Thank
are you?
Appreciate
Bri?
you.
I'm on Raya. That's it though.
What is that?
Raya? Yeah, what's Raya? I never.
You're not really supposed to talk about it, but it's like a dating app
Oh.
for celebrities. And you have to like get approved to
Oh,
get
I've
on.
heard about
I was
these.
gonna say, is it like Fight Club? You're not supposed to talk.
Oh,
Yeah. You'll get kicked off if you
Dating
talk
app
about who
for-
you've seen on there or take screenshots or anything like that.
How do you get on it? You're not a celebrity. Are you a
Somebody has
celebrity,
to
Bri?
somebody has
invite
to-
you?
Somebody has to invite you.
Damn.
See, nope, you're gonna be missing one day. We're not gonna know where the fuck you are, and it's gonna be like, "Where's Brianna?" And the only
She
clue
was on
we're gonna
Raya.
have is Raya. See, that's some scary shit. That nope. I saw that
crazy.
episode on Netflix. Not.
Are you gonna
Fight Club.
divulge who invited you on there?
No, she can't talk about. Do you
Yeah,
want
no,
her
I
to
can't talk
disappear?
about who's on there. Yeah.
You can't. We don't.
I'm just
want
trying
her-
to like so we know where to go when she does disappear. You know, we know who to talk to. You know what I'm saying?
No, but we just put it in a safety deposit box and give.
There's a
someone
lot of
key.
people. That's where Simone Biles met her husband. A lot of people meet on
Mm.
there. I've actually
Wow.
had like a better experience. I hate dating apps. I've like really never had them since like maybe my freshman year in college. But this is the first one that like I really like the people I've met on there.
There can't be too many people.
Judy
on
Reed,
it,
you
know what I
right.
mean? Right?
There's a
Like,
lot.
it's gotta be like
I mean,
pretty
it's not
limited.
like it's not like a Tinder where there's just endless people. No,
Sure,
definitely
sure.
not. But I mean, there's a lot of people.
Is your picture filtered?
It's just like the pictures that are on my Instagram. I don't know.
All right. I'm just, trying to.
I
figure out
definitely
what's
don't
up.
use like basic filters. I don't know if any of you guys know.
She said
Visco.
basic filters.
basic
so
Like I
use
don't
the-
use like
I don't
the
use
ones on
filters at
Instagram
all.
where you
Maybe that's-
swipe and there's like the settings. I
Yeah.
go on like
Oh,
disco,
that
and so
makes-
you can like up the contrast or make the lighting better. So like I definitely do that, but I
Yeah,
don't do
yeah.
like the full.
Yeah,
on
everybody
blurry-
does that.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate going through, like, I'm going through at the app and I see these girls with, like, not only do they like change the filter, but then they have like birds or something, or like horns on their. What are we, 12? Like, stop. Like, we're 40 years old. We need to be seeing like little horns on your head and these crazy filters. Grow up a little bit, man.
Yeah, well, tell your freaking friend if she finds a butch lesbian that knows what upgraded filters are, that is not the one for her.
She
Okay?
wants like a WNBA player. That's what she wants.
Get her on that app.
So I'm
Raya.
thinking we should like go to a WNBA game and just like try to look cute.
You know those
Throw
girls
some
are
dildos on the court.
they're worse than dudes, bro. Like if she wants to get cheated on, go for it. But like them bitches think they look. I'm just saying. One of them dated who's the chick from Hip Hop Atlanta? Mimi dated that one WNBA player. She got cheated on left and right. That
Dang.
WNBA player had so much pussy, it was insane. And then Mimi was looking like crazy on TV. I was like,
I went on a date with a girl like a month ago.
Juana man.
Whoa, hold on. Before we get to Joanna, man, tell us more, Bree.
Yeah, I went out with my roommate, and there was this one girl out that asked me out, and I was like, oh, I don't know, I guess I should just go. And it was
Is
nice.
this like you're like, so we're
No,
swinging both ways?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Are
But
we
it was
sexually
nice.
fluid?
You were
Look at
so
me.
you're
I don't
just
even
being
know what that.
nice.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Making
but
up
like, I'm
terms
like,
I
over
don't know
here,
what
Darren.
it means. I thought she was nice, and so I went, but I don't think it's for me.
yeah. And don't lead them on. That's not nice.
You didn't have
No,
a good time.
That's not
though?
nice of y'all.
I did. She was really cool.
Because we end
So why
up
isn't it
falling
for
in
you?
love, and then
I know. I even felt like that on the first date. I was like, "Are you in love?"
Were there more dates than one?
No, there was just one.
Okay.
She was like talking about like our
Interesting.
kids and like how we're gonna raise our kids. I was like, oh,
I felt we were
Oh
saying
my
what?
God. That's
I
like
feel weird.
gotta go to the bathroom and peace. Woo! Wow.
If the word was pussy, yes, I did feel we're saying that, but I'm trying. I'm trying. Like I'm trying it out. I want to, you know what I mean? Like when I was coming out of the closet, I'm trying it out.
Fake stuff on sex on the first date.
What? Sex on the first date?
Oh man, I don't know. That's I don't know,
this is-
man. I don't think you want to mess around with like, for me, I don't want to mess around with a girl who's gonna give it up that easy. Like I don't know. Like, would it be nice? Sure, I guess. Yeah, I had sex, but like, damn, one date and we're already. I don't know. I don't think so.
Lesbians can have sex on the first date.
What?
Yes.
Why?
Our version of sex and yours is different, bro.
I don't know. Is that
What the-
true? Like,
Yeah,
She's
in the
making shit
beginning,
up.
yes. When you like now that me and Colleen have been together for 14 years, like totally different scenario. But like lesbians can technically have sex on the first date, and it really doesn't break third base for y'all.
my roommate just texted me. She said correct.
That
What? This is blasphemy. Is this true? No, this is I'm trying to wrap my head around the logic of it, but I'm gonna trust you on this one, Garrett.
as you get more
I'm gonna
comfortable
trust
with
you
your
on this.
partner, then it becomes like something that's like whatever. But you can technically have sex on the first date, and
Okay.
it ain't no
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
All right, that's all the lesbian advice you get for tonight. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna try to like have them back whenever we can, whenever work allows and time allows and kids allow and Pat allows. So
I just locked them in their rooms. They're good.
all right, I'm gonna go have dinner with mine. Guys, hang out with me for a little bit. Love y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, Sam Briggs, we finally rescheduled that. So
Nice.
the real OG, the engine on Saturday, and then Ellie Hiller's coming to hang out with us to talk mom stuff on Friday.
Oh, it's been a
and-
minute. It's been
Yeah,
a
Mama
minute.
Hiller is on.
She wasn't
Friday.
a mom the last time you talked to her, was she? Or she just had the baby?
Just had the baby. She
Okay,
just had the
okay.
baby. So
Oh,
it should be awesome. Kate
awesome.
with the mic. Speaking of lesbians, I know, don't say it. She's like the original OG lesbian. Let's go. Her and Chris Clever, man, for sure.
Gosh,
All right, guys.
yeah.
Love y'all. Have a great night. We'll see you on Friday. Deuces.